Mm-hmm. Okay, I think it might be working now.
I hope so.
And here,
Says live
so
there. Yeah.
yep.
No.
Then I bet it has sound too, because it's actually coming up.
I hope so.
Okay.
Okay, so hopefully
I
this.
don't have cue cards, so I hope it is.
I guess welcome back again. I
Uh,
don't know if anybody's gonna fucking. I'm gonna delete all those other fucking videos. Uh, yeah. So
So that's
today's
Jeremy. I'm Mike.
yeah.
This is Nathan.
Welcome back to Some Offense
Hey.
Intended. I'm Jeremy, Mike, Nathan. And there's an echo in the room. We're supposed to have Scott here, but I don't know. He had to do other stuff or fucking I don't know. So
He doesn't want to be
Yeah.
a mega superstar.
yeah, I wanted to have Wish.com Theo Vaughn, but apparently he didn't want to be on here.
Yeah. Well, Wish.com does take a while to ship.
Sometimes it's pretty quick though.
Yeah. I waited a while. I haven't ordered anything from him in a long time though.
But so this we're doing live on YouTube, and then we're not gonna upload it to any of the other podcast stuff until next Monday. So
Yes.
you'll have to watch it on YouTube in order to get it early.
Yes.
Because 51 dropped yesterday, and then today, just so that we can do the live. It's the 1 year and got this annoying pinata.
Yeah, I bet there's no candy in it.
There's nothing in it.
Yeah.
Pieces of shit. Don't pre-stock them.
Bastards. And you don't have to wait till next week. You can go ahead and buy some merch this week. You can go ahead and like and subscribe this week also.
Yeah, it's those buttons that are like over
the end
here.
of the show, can we like punch your pinata or something?
Yeah, I figured that would come. Yeah.
We need a shotgun, just shoot it.
I feel like Jeremy doesn't want holes in his walls, but
Yeah. But
No. Yeah.
I didn't mean shoot it indoors.
well, it looks like a lot of effort to move all of that outside.
Oh, we could just record it on a phone and
Yeah,
post
it
it.
would be. Yeah. So me and Mike, we're talking about it, and we're gonna do some dad jokes because there's always like the see who laughs.
The thing is, I
videos.
usually laugh at these, so
Yeah. So we'll see. You want to go first?
yes. What kind of car does an egg drive?
I don't know.
A Volkswagen.
Clever.
Yeah. I thought it was a good one.
I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why.
See, I like that. Why can't a nose be 12 inches long?
Then it'd be a foot.
Yes.
What country's capital is growing the fastest?
I don't know.
Ireland, because every day it's Dublin.
How do you follow Will Smith in the snow?
You follow the Fresh Prince.
Yes.
I asked my dog, what's 2 minus 2? He said nothing.
If April showers bring May flowers, what do May flowers bring?
I had that one on here too. It's pilgrims.
Yeah.
No, I missed it when I was looking through.
Good job, Nathan.
Our proofreader.
Yeah, we had him read Mike's and then read mine. See
Probably
if they were
shouldn't
any the
have
same.
me proofread things. We're gonna start with that as like a baseline.
Why do cows wear bells?
I don't know.
Because their horns don't work.
Cheeseburger walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve food here."
Clever. What's the least spoken language in the world?
I don't know.
Sign language.
Yes, definitely. All right. I used to be addicted to soap, but I'm clean now.
What sounds like a sneeze and is made of leather?
I don't know.
A shoe.
Okay.
I was definitely thinking that one politician from California.
What?
Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, yeah, 'cause she looks like a purse.
Yeah. She looked like leather, and she sounds like a sneeze. Yeah, I like your answer better.
Sounds like a seizure.
Yeah. Okay, here's a good one. When two vegans get in an argument, is it still called a beef?
Yes. How can you tell the difference between a dog and a tree? Their bark is different.
I was as I shrugged my shoulders, I thought about the bark. All right. The car looks nice, but the muffler seems exhausted.
What do you call a priest that became a lawyer? A father-in-law.
Okay. All right. Shout out to my fingers. I can count on all of them.
That's good. Proud of you. There was one that I was trying to. There's a couple I came up with, and I don't know the lead up of one of them, but so if you're in Minnesota, you have to have a map of all the bodies of water. Because they all look alike. Because Minnesota has 10,000 lakes.
Yes. I wouldn't want to be the one to count that.
No.
10,000 legs. I'm
Like-
thinking they're just estimating.
Did someone like actually count it, or
I'm sure it's near 10 or like over 10,000.
Yeah, it's probably,
I'm sure it's a rough number. So what
Did you hear about the kidnapping at school?
yeah,
It's
they-
okay. He
they
woke
him
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move this around so I can see a couple things. I'll just fucking put it there. Why did the father leave when his kids wanted to snowboard? Because he had to ski daddle.
I could make a joke about pizza, but it's a little cheesy.
What's a frog's favorite game?
Hopscotch.
Croquet.
Croquet. Okay. Let's just say hop,
Yeah. I don't know how many that was, but
Want to hear a joke about paper? Never mind, it's terrible.
you're right. How do you fix a broken tomato?
I don't know.
With tomato paste.
That makes sense. That's how tomatoes work.
Yeah.
I have a joke about chemistry, but I don't think it'll get a reaction.
That's a
It didn't get a
chemistry joke.
reaction, did it?
No, it did not. Um, a couple of notes for a bunch of different shit. So when I went to Vegas, got the windshield replaced, less than 24 hours, and I already had a rock chip in it,
Yes.
which SafeLight says isn't a rock chip. It's just surface pitting. But
it still messes with what you see.
yeah, like I can see it's there. And they're like, yeah, it's fine. It's not going to crack or break or do whatever. I'm like, okay. Like, I don't believe you, but whatever. So I left. Like, I don't.
That's like you're gonna be right back again in like a week.
They want it to be more expensive. So
Yeah,
wait
I
until it
don't-
gets bigger.
I don't fucking
know.
know.
But I do have one last joke I want to mention.
Yeah.
Do you want a box for your food? No, but I'll wrestle you for it.
Boxing.
Yeah.
So on the way back from Vegas, I saw a guy who was flat towing a Subaru WRX. So that's like, and not using a trailer. You have like a recovery tow strap, and you're towing it behind a truck.
Yeah.
In Goldfield, or like 30 miles from Goldfield.
All right.
So I think he might have been making a trip from like either Tonopah or Reno to Vegas, flat towing his fucking car.
Probably not a good
Seems
idea.
like a horrible idea.
Like, it'd work, but you have to have somebody in that car to steer and brake.
Yeah.
The whole fucking time.
Yes. Who wants to do that?
Go rent a trailer.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen some wild shit, like the people just fucking riding their bicycles, probably 50 miles round trip. And now somebody flat towing a car.
Every once in a while, I see somebody on the side of the road on the way towards going east on I-80 past Sparks. I'll see somebody on foot on the side of I-80 or somebody on a bicycle.
Yeah. Every now and then I'll see a homeless person on a bicycle. Because
Yeah.
they have like the Linus cloud around them, or the Pigpen cloud.
Yeah, I was gonna say I need another homeless.
Yeah.
There's that little homeless camp right there, just outside of Sparks.
It's a lot of it's been broken up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's the police will hit it like once a month or once every 2 months, and then it just slowly collects again. And then,
Yeah.
hey. And then they slowly collect
let's turn the
again.
lights on.
Like they're fucking roaches.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't
mean,
mean
that's-
to offend our homeless audience.
Probably the first time they'll actually take a bath willingly by jumping in the river to get away from them.
No, I mean, that's sometimes the river smells so fucking bad. You're like,
Oh yeah.
I think they all dumped their chamber pots today.
Yeah.
There was
I
a-
remember. I think it was like last September. Like it was really, really bad when like the water was low and not really flowing
Yeah.
super well.
There was right downtown. There's a bridge down there, and they happen to start doing some construction near it, like some restaurants and like when we went to Mountain Mike's, it's right near there. There used to be a lot of like tents and stuff like underneath the bridge.
Yeah.
But once they started construction, everybody had to move. Well, up the street there was a park. Like at first there was just a couple tents. Then I went up there another day and it's like they were taking over the park. Like tents were, it was like a campsite. I mean, it was. And then another day I was walking by it and they cleared them all out.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find it weird just to see like the spots they decide to build their homeless camps. Because like I know there was like one where it's like an angle like this, and they're putting tents on it, and like, how are you even sleeping in that?
I
What-
would assume like hit at the top of the hill, so you don't just roll down.
I mean, you would hope, but like, couldn't you just go further away from where you're at to like find a functional place?
The guy at one of the people who was by the bridge literally put up makeshift walls. I mean, like it wasn't like a tent; it was like actual walls.
Damn.
And yeah, they came and they knocked his shit down. They're gonna they'll take big construction equipment and just knock shit down.
I didn't know they were doing those.
Yeah, I've seen it on the news where they're knocking out an area right near the river. And they went and knocked down walls and shit. Why don't they do it like they did in the bigger cities? You know, Vegas, they throw people on a bus to send them here, or L.A. will send them on a bus to send them here,
Yeah.
So what? You want to put them on a bus and send them to Vegas or
and then
LA?
to Chicago,
No, send them to Portland.
Portland, Chicago,
Oh, yeah,
anywhere.
they love them over there, don't they?
Yeah. Handing out free needles, free drugs.
Yeah.
Well, Chicago's safer, you know, because they have all the good gun laws.
San Francisco, you can shit anywhere you want,
There you go, San Francisco, L.A.
and they give free needles too.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So we need them to start shipping people away.
I would say they could go to the Disney Theater and some other things and get some culture in LA, but there's not really a lot of culture in LA. If you've ever been there, you know that.
I mean, I'm sure there's bacteria cultures.
Yes,
They're inclusive though.
bacteria inclusive.
So it's definitely like scrolling through the news somewhere like last year, and it turns out they'd actually had like several cases of like the Black Plague in LA.
They can have them here too, because small
Yeah.
rodents in northern Nevada and northern Cali have bubonic.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's one of those things. It's like when you hear about that, it's like this should have died off like several centuries ago.
Yeah, but they keep it on ice in fucking like 8 different labs because
Yeah.
we might need it.
The CDC has it.
Yeah, I'll give you a hint. We don't fucking need it.
They have smallpox there. They have there's a
Uh,
lot. There's
Yeah.
actually a wing of the thing that there's shit in there that if it got out, it would be a lot worse than anything we've had.
Yeah.
And then you got to think like a lot of these labs will do that stupid gain of function thing because Oh, we need to guess at what's next.
Yeah. We
No,
don't,
you're just
we don't
building
do
a
that here.
bioweapon.
We don't do that here. Like that's yes, you do. You just said you did that. No, we don't do that.
No, not us.
We call it functioning gains. No, you just switch the words around. Like nope, nope. It's different.
Definitely not the same
It's
thing.
different.
I remember though when at the height of the pandemic, when I turn on the TV one day and the news pops up and says, "Oh yeah, we also have the plague in northern Nevada." I'm like, "What the fuck? How do we get both?"
I didn't know that.
Let's
Like,
see if I can turn on the Facebook stream too.
I think it was Blue Lake had a little bit of it there, but like you could actually keep your distance from everything
Yeah.
out there because it's just in the middle of nowhere.
I have to stop playing with the squirrels now. It fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Can't go there and hug them and pet them and squeeze them and call them George.
I was just gonna say until they don't move no more. I just said it was fucking Jesus.
And the
Thank you.
squirrels, they're active over there.
Yeah.
They're running all over. It was weird because like when I lived in the Midwest, the squirrels they lived in trees. I go to the marina and they live in holes.
Yeah, I've seen that around in a lot of places. It's weird.
They're also like gray squirrels. The ones in Nebraska, you had like red squirrels or you had black squirrels.
Yeah.
I don't know who did it, but the black squirrels they only lived in one part of the town. You couldn't see them all over.
Damn.
I don't know if it was the red squirrels that did it. Yeah, you never saw them in certain areas. They were the cool ones. Though.
Yeah. So my dad had it wasn't exactly a pet, but there was a squirrel that like lived next to his house.
Yeah.
And I think he'd said like it got like hit by a car and survived or something.
Damn.
But it had like because of it had gotten like kind of messed up in the head. So it ended up like getting to the point where it would just attack everything.
Damn.
Yeah, like it got a hold of his dog once and like rode the dog around like it was a freaking horse. Eventually something finally killed that thing, but it took longer than you would have expected.
When I lived in Nebraska, I had a cat, and it used to. I mean, if you first saw it, you might think it had a pet squirrel, but it just liked playing with its food. It used to hunt squirrels all the time and kill them, kill squirrels, birds, you name it. You'd see it climbing out of a tree with a squirrel in its mouth.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a strong cat. I hear about other cats getting stuck in trees and they have to get the fire department. My cat's climbing out of a tree with a squirrel hanging from its mouth.
You can do pay-per-view Facebook Live.
All right.
Enable paid access, and you have to enter a price for people to fucking.
Well, the going price for WWE and AEW is like $60. So let's see if we can get as many buys as UFC.
I feel like unless we start hitting each other with like random furniture, we're probably not getting $60 a shot.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, I still don't know how this is.
We can get somebody we know at work who could come and
Yeah.
Jeremy can make him tap out, and I can be the referee. You can be the ring doctor.
Ooh, I know nothing about medical stuff other than how to treat gunshot wounds. Sure, I'll be the medical doctor.
I don't really know all the rules either, so I'm not gonna make it a good ref. I mean, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let him do it. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna gouge it? No problem.
Well, it's Jimmy said that he'd box me,
I know.
and then I bought gloves, and we just never have.
I know. And I told him I'd make sure to get him home after he gets his concussion. Yeah.
I feel like Jimmy versus you in a boxing match isn't going to go well for him. You've got way more reach.
Not to mention it would be in a completely different weight class.
It's at least 2 weight classes different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least.
We'll have to do the weigh-in on.
I think he's like 150 or 160.
We'll do the weigh-in on Facebook Live.
I think I've got 70 pounds on him.
Damn.
You guys are gonna wear shorts. We're not gonna do the weigh-in where the people are standing there in tighty whities. That's just not happening.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could always start an OnlyFans.
There you go.
There's so many people making stupid fucking money on the internet.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Like
That's be some of them.
That's OnlyFans, what Feet Finder, like all the different weird fetish sites that you can just do anything and just make money.
Yeah, you can wear a bikini and sit on a balloon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
people
then
like.
sell the balloon.
Yeah.
After it's popped.
Yep.
For $100.
Wow.
Like weird shit.
Were you disappointed when you didn't get the entire balloon?
I didn't look, Mike.
Because you just put it back together.
Yeah, I have never looked for used pop balloons on the internet.
Yeah, me either.
I don't know.
I didn't even know you
believe you.
I didn't know you could. I just knew that people like
Sure,
didn't get popped.
Sure.
I just know people like to watch people pop the balloons.
Yeah.
I don't get that one.
I have no idea.
There's a lot of fetishes I don't understand.
That's the biggest one for me is feet.
Yeah, feet.
Fucking keep them under you. Like, I don't hate them, but I'm definitely not. That's a weird fucking thing to me.
Why do you think I have so many pairs of shoes? I like to cover up my feet.
I've definitely seen some people who have some just downright disgusting feet.
Well,
Like,
that's-
why would
yeah.
that be a fetish?
Yeah, like I've seen some fucking talons. It's just like, hey, cover this up.
I actually saw, I was watching a video. It was, which I think there's plenty of reasons, but this one was, the video was about why having a child with a relative is bad. And one of the things they showed was these tribes in Africa, they can't really visit other tribes, so they end up within their own family. And some of these people, they have what they call bird feet, and their feet literally are like ostrich feet. I don't see anybody having a fetish with that.
I have questions.
I probably have answers. There's also a family in Kentucky, the people, they were turning blue because of the inbreeding. Blue.
At this point, I'm gonna go with the bird feet people. Probably fucked a bird, and that was the only genetic diversity they've had in a while.
Turning blue.
Like 1 out of every 4 people in this tribe gets this. Yeah, their skin was literally blue.
Damn.
Like, because they're not breathing?
No, because there's a deformity with the blood, and their skin literally turns blue. They actually gave them medicine. They were actually able to get them to a different color other than blue. They weren't members of the Blue Man Group. They were.
Well,
Look it up sometime.
could have been blue. Dabba-dee, dabba-die.
Yeah. They're just blue. They're just
That's
feeling down.
concerning. That's
Then they showed another one where they had the big jaw sticking out. That's that happened in Germany with their royal family for a long time. They got some ugly fuckers in that family.
yeah. Like royal families were all mostly inbred.
Just jaw sticks
Yeah,
way
their
out.
family trees were palm trees.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
straight up. 'Cause
And
that's-
some of them
had to keep
couldn't.
the bloodline pure.
Some of them because of the jaw
Yeah.
couldn't talk, but they were royalty.
No wonder Europe spent like what 1,000 years trying to kill each other. Yeah, they probably still are.
I mean, yeah.
They actually
I think it was longer than 1,000 also.
they actually believe that King Tut may have been not what they originally thought, and that he might have been actually been kind of a fucked up. Like he couldn't walk very well, had to use crutches, was completely inbred, could barely talk. That's why he died so young, is because of all of that shit, is what they say.
No, so his sister didn't actually kill him.
No, that's what they're.
Because I
Well-
remember that was like the big thing with him was like he like almost got old enough to like be like the king in their society, and then like he ended up mysteriously dying. But
Maybe she gave birth to his heir, and she.
yeah, like he married his sister also. Like that's the weirder part.
I mean, it wasn't weird at the time.
No, but they used to
You know
show.
what? They're still wrong.
They used to show
Yeah.
like pictures, like that they would say that's what he looked like, and they're like, no, we don't believe that at all anymore. Now we believe that he looked like this, and they showed this thing, and it was like, oh, and so that's completely different.
Well, I mean, and like people's max age back then was what, 30, 40?
Yeah, something like that.
That's the old.
But he
man.
died in his teens,
Yeah. Oh, I don't.
and they say it might have had something to do with inbreeding. I was watching a video that was in the video too.
Definitely couldn't be all the likely mold and mildew and everything in the fucking and all the pyramids.
Yeah,
It doesn't look like it's got good ventilation.
Yeah.
I mean, actually having been in the Middle East, I could understand why your life expectancy would max out at like 30. Like that place is horrible, and honestly, a lot of people did not understand how to treat sewage. Like, oh yeah, we'll just carve a little ditch in the middle of the road to get it to flow.
Yeah, that's all you have to do.
So I'm assuming that, the people who had no chance of knowing better probably did the same thing. Why they keep doing it nowadays, I have no idea.
I don't know. I do know that a friend of mine, he was in Somalia,
Yeah.
and the American embassy had been completely cleared out. So of course they didn't have electricity or plumbing or anything. They shut all this shit off,
Oh yeah, I think I heard about that.
and they went in, and they went in this building. And they were still filling toilets. Like he went to this embassy, and like all the toilets are overflowing with shit, literal shit.
Yeah.
He said it was completely disgusting. You
Yeah, at a
couldn't-
certain point, you just burn the building down and start over if you need
Yeah.
to build one.
need a new embassy.
Yeah, that's awful.
But he was there around the time of Black Hawk Down.
That's probably a really bad time to be there.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I think it's improved a huge amount. Because I was watching a Ricotta News thing, like, from, I think it was like last week or the week before. A bunch of the Somali pirates tried to board a, like, Navy destroyer or something like that.
Oh, that's not a good move.
No, they got wrecked.
I think they're outgunned in that case. I'm just guessing.
They seen the movie. They want to try it. You see me? I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain.
Yeah,
No.
Navy destroyers do not play that game.
No.
Yeah, in the report, I think they said that like they fired a couple of RPGs and small arms at them, and the destroyer returned fire, and then it just showed a picture of like burning wreckage in the water.
Yeah. I can see that. But
Yeah.
one thing that he did tell me about Somalia, and this was before I actually saw Black Hawk Down. He told me that the Somalis were really bad shots. Like they all had guns, but they didn't know how to use.
That's because everyone in like those countries loves using the shitting monkey shooting stance, where they hold their AK like this and try to hit you from behind a wall.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Huh.
But I also heard that a lot of them were so thin that when they would shoot them with like the green tip,
Oh, that's punching right through.
just goes right through, and then people wouldn't even fall. They just keep going because it just literally just went right through them.
Well, like
like
5.56
put your-
rounds are meant
Yeah.
to punch through things, and like that's just the standard, like all lead, nothing special in it. Like it punches through things, no problem usually.
But it
You
wouldn't
start
even.
adding like the semi-penetrator ones, like the green
Yeah.
tips, or God forbid you start off with the black tip ones where they're legit armor piercing.
Yes.
Yeah, you're going through those guys, and if they're on, well, even if they aren't on drugs, they're probably not noticing it. But if they are on drugs, they're gonna keep going for days.
But the tip wouldn't break, so it wouldn't tumble when it got in. So it would just go through 'em like your finger going through gelatin.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I saw something about it was like when we moved to the 5.56 for the NATO round, they had really thought about it because the 7.62, I'm like, it's a lot bigger of a round,
Mm-hmm.
and people were getting shot with the 7.62. Know they got shot pretty rapidly.
Yeah.
With the 5.56, they don't know it for a while.
Yeah, I can see
So,
that.
There's a constant like, well, should we change it? Because
Well, there's the 300 blackout too.
I
And we're
mean,
talking about that. That's why they developed it as an answer to the
Well,
7.62.
I think the 300 blackout was meant for specifically the application of being suppressed, because it's like the way they developed the cartridge is it works better in a suppressed rifle than anything else. The SOCOM was the anti-crackhead round, though.
Yes, I do like that. I knew you were going to bring that because we've talked about this before.
Well, I mean, I get it when like we were just talking about with the Somalis, where you're just zipping through them with the 5.56, versus you switch over to that monster fucking 458 SOCOM where it takes arms and legs off, no problem.
Yeah. If you haven't seen a 458 SOCOM, it's a big round. I did want to see a 4570 AR, by the way.
Oh, damn, that sounds awesome.
It was on Kentucky Ballistics a while back. It was cool. I just saw a gun drummer. He was shooting a revolver 45-70.
I want one of those. Ever since I heard about their existence, I've wanted one.
I saw one at a place and I was like, oh my God, I want that thing.
Because my dad told me about them. He always called them like the old cavalry pistols.
Yeah.
Because I guess they used to use them whenever they'd have to put the horse down, but it was also like their primary sidearm. But like, I'd love to have one of those.
Imagine a gambler having a Derringer in their boot. It's got a 45-70 in it.
Actually, I think that was a thing.
There is a Derringer with a 45-70. Usually, a gambler would have like a 22 in their boot. They wouldn't have that big round in their boot.
I think one of like the cooler ones I've seen that would be like gambler specific, like you were talking about.
Yeah.
So I think it was called the Apache pistol, where it was a revolver, brass knuckles, and a small knife all in one.
I think I've seen those.
I think I
Yeah.
have too.
It's like it's a little gimmicky, but you know, it's gonna be good in any situation.
And then they had the hat pistols.
Yes.
I haven't heard about those.
Have you seen the credit card guns?
Yes.
Yeah. So the hat pistols, they basically, because everybody wore a fucking like bowler's cap or something similar, of you could build in that little like inch or two space up top. You build a holster into it, and then you have either a Derringer or something like kind of small
That's
gun.
cool.
So like you take your hat down and like you're, I don't know, respectfully saying something with your hat in your hand and just pop.
You know, that makes way more sense when you see a lot of the old Western movies where the guy's like, "Excuse me, I didn't know any better."
Yeah.
I did see a very kind of useless gun, but it was still kind of cool. It's a ring gun. They had it on the finger, and you just push the thing on the back, and it shoots a very small round.
I think I might have seen a picture of it.
I saw it on
That's dumb.
Demolition Ranch.
That's dumb.
I think it's a dumb gun. It's completely pointless. But if I had a YouTube channel where I did guns, I'm pretty sure I would want to have that on there at some point,
Sure.
just to show it. You
Yeah.
know,
But that's
Yeah.
like the fucking folding Glock. Like, no, just give me a regular one.
I mean, I'd have that, but I'd also
That thing
have
looks
like
it's super malfunction prone.
I would also have the gold Barrett 50.
Yeah.
But I did want to mention a couple things about downtown Reno. The last few days, it seems like the same guy has been walking by my building, yelling random shit at people.
He's trying to get your attention.
He
Talk to him.
he was talking to somebody today, and he informed this guy that he was going to go ahead and fuck his girlfriend in the ass.
Was there somebody else there with him? Or was he talking?
He
to
was just
somebody
yelling
that
this. I don't know.
Okay.
He was yelling this shit out.
Well, I don't know
That's
if
the
you're
type of thing he's been yelling for 3 days now.
You're sitting there just like peeking through your blinds, just watching him talk to someone else that's actually just himself.
I just paused my TV and I just listened for a while, see if it's anything interesting. But no, it's been like 3 times a day for the last few days. Just him just walking by yelling shit.
Huh.
One guy was walking my dog and he was yelling something about my dog being his dog. I walk over to Gold Dust West and then he's walking past Gold Dust West. He was over where security would see me and I was on video. I guess he wanted to confront me about me having his dog.
Well, why'd you take his dog?
I didn't. It's my dog. But if he had been aggressive, then my dog would have attacked him. Then my dog would have suffered. That's why I went over to.
Yeah.
People want to get dogs for security. I want to have a dog because I want to have a dog. I would prefer my dog not have to attack somebody
Yeah.
and get put down, you know?
Which is fucking stupid most of the time.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, this is why I want to get out of the city. Because I want my dog to be able to bark and let me know there's something over there, then be able to go solve the problem with, a rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want a dog.
Get some night vision.
Might want to do that, yeah. Although thermal, I think, is better.
Yeah, thermal. What kind of dog do you want?
I don't know. I like pits a lot.
Labradoodle?
No, absolutely fucking not.
Joe has one. He likes this. Named Charlie.
Good for him. No.
He's had it for a while. I heard the episode where he talks about when he was going to get it. And then I heard the episode where he talks about picking up at the airport.
I don't know. I've never been a fan of getting like specific breeds of like animals. It just feels wrong. A little too eugenicsy for me.
I don't know.
But like, in general, I just like going to like the animal shelter and just like wandering around. Like, hey, you look friendly. Yeah, you. I want this one. I think I
Okay.
actually like got a cat that way, where it's like, oh, I like this one. Oh, it can use a litter box. This one definitely.
Yeah, that's a good
Is that
plus.
the special cat that you have?
No, that was the last one I had, but this
Oh.
one, the one I currently have, is just fucking retarded.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is correct.
I actually was just going to tell a story. A friend of mine had gotten a kitten. He didn't have the kitten for very long, and it died. And he found out that the cat was retarded.
How do you, just because it died?
No, he took it to the vet. And the vet, like, yeah,
When it was
This-
dead, he took it to the vet.
yeah, find out what happened.
And what? They said, yeah, looks like he died. What?
No, they did some thing, and they found out that because some of these places you get pets from, they're not legit.
Well, yeah.
So it turns out that his was like inbred or something like that, back to inbreeding, and apparently it was retarded, and it did not bode well for its longevity.
Huh. I don't know how.
So there's really retarded. I mean, there's developmentally challenged cats.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
But you
that's
can't
what
say the other
happens
word.
when
Yeah.
people start trying to create like breeds of animals, because like they'll have to, mate like brothers and sisters repeatedly to get certain traits. And when they do that, like, you don't always get just the brown coat on the dog. You get like weird things where it's like a little mutation where it constantly shakes, or
That's just called a chihuahua.
well, no, and like
My Chihuahua did not do that. Sometimes you
Chihuahuas
get
are famous for that, but like you can see it in like German Shepherds. Sometimes they'll get that kind of like weird trait.
or sometimes you see, like I saw this picture of this cat a long time ago where it had a face on the side of its face. You don't want that. It's not a cute cat.
Like
Yeah,
Like it had a second face, or like,
it had a
there
second
was,
face. Like here's
or
a
like
face,
there was
and then there
the
was a
coloring
face.
print in the fur.
No, it was literally it was conjoined. And it was just two faces.
Oh,
Cat
wow.
was two faced.
Does that
and it
mean it
was-
has 18 lives, or?
It was not cute. No, it was only an extra face, so maybe it's maybe two extra lives.
Ah,
I don't think it gave it the full.
What if I
Nine.
went the other way around, where like that's what happens when you're down to your last one, that gives like tax you onto someone else?
Well, it's like I've seen two-headed snakes too.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
those a few
Yeah,
times.
well, it can happen to cats. too.
Two-headed goats, lizards,
Yeah.
and a bunch of different shit.
On Bob's Burgers, there was a cat with a goat with two butts. Good episode,
If
Yeah,
you go out
know
to
that's not real.
I think it's
I know.
Kazakhstan.
but it's still a good episode.
And if
Bob's
you go out-
Burgers is a good show.
No, but if you go out to like Kazakhstan, where the Soviet Union tested like a bunch of their nukes, you see all kinds of crazy mutations out there.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, they're sending robots and shit through Chernobyl now, like,
Yeah.
and seeing like wildlife's thriving.
Oh yeah, I did know
And
about that.
I'm sure there's like way too many eyes for a deer to have.
Yeah.
They're
I'm sure the
walking
robots
around.
don't get any mutations.
So I was definitely watching like the thing about the wolves in Chernobyl from a few years back, and they're freaking monstrous. Like the guy, like one of the researchers, like picks up the paw, and it's like this monster paw, like this. It's like, damn.
Yeah, they can definitely, like, especially with all the fucking radiation and mutation and shit. They definitely fucking
Yeah. I'm not
additional heads, additional eyes.
If they start walking on 2 feet and look like werewolves, I'm going to be really concerned.
I thought you were gonna say happy.
I don't know. If I was the Russians, I'd probably stay away from that place.
I mean, there's always one option for them. They could nuke it.
But they have a really nice Ferris wheel.
Yeah,
We've seen it in Call of Duty.
barely been used.
Barely. Yeah. Remember when we were talking at work one day and I said something about the Ferris wheel and I said, yeah, they're all excited to go there because they want to be able to ride the Ferris wheel. And I was like, yeah, and I can shoot people from up here too. And the person walked by and she heard me say the look I got, like she was just mortified, like I was really talking about shooting somebody.
Well, nobody has a sense of humor.
I'm talking about Call of Duty.
Yeah, nobody has a sense of humor.
No. Well, I hope some do.
And
We're doing a
lot of
comedy
people-
show. I hope people,
A lot
some
of
people,
people can't read rooms
yeah,
at all. At all.
some people just need to mind their own business and not listen to my fucking conversation.
True.
Oh, a Leonberger. That's the breed of dog that I would want.
Oh, nice.
They are fucking massive.
Newfoundlands are big too. Newfies.
Yeah,
They're huge. I've seen them pulling like wagons and shit.
I think the Leonbergers are almost twice the size.
I
Like,
saw
they're fucking large.
Irish Wolfhound. Those are fucking cool. They're massive. Like I saw when we had a patio at one of the restaurants I was working at,
Yeah.
and this dog finished the leftovers, and it stood at the table on all fours and just was eating out of this bowl. Did not have to put its paws up or nothing, and it was a puppy. It was not fully grown yet.
I wouldn't mind an Irish Wolfhound.
They're so cool.
I find it amusing that the Irish Wolfhound is from an area where they've actually hunted wolves to extinction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now, maybe just take a couple of them over to Chernobyl.
Oh my god, this sounds awesome. We need to do this.
Make them even bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are the wolves that they have in?
Or they start like getting upgrades. Like now they got 6 legs, so they can run even faster.
Direwolf. I was trying to think of the name of the wolves. That
Oh
are
yeah,
in.
Game of
Yeah.
Thrones.
Yeah, that's what we need. A couple pet direwolves.
I mean, you can just go adopt a radiation wolf.
Yeah.
That's. Do you know how many hoops
Is-
you have to jump through to have a pet wolf?
But as long as I get to pick it, I don't want to just send me one.
I mean,
It might be developmentally challenged.
you can go over there and pick one, but it's not going to be friendly.
Oh, it'll be nice.
Well, like,
It'll
there's
like
a
me.
weird thing with like wolves where they differ from dogs in that like they're always gonna try to.
Rip your face off.
Well, no, it's that they're gonna try to become the alpha of the group,
Yeah.
and they do, and once they've accepted you into like their group, they're gonna assume you're like their group, and you're gonna understand that taking a chunk out of someone is how you prove that you're in charge.
So I'm gonna have to bite it. That's fine.
Yeah, I saw snow dogs.
Yeah, it's
I have not, but
when it takes a bite out of you, it's less good.
Just
that's
hit,
why you wear armor.
hit it in the face.
All right.
Pop it on the nose. All right, that's it. I'll just get a bear.
I mean, there's people that have pet bears.
Pet grizzly.
Yeah, people find a fucking baby cub, and they're just like, oh, I'm gonna have this as a pet.
I see a cub in the wild. I am terrified because there's a mother around there that's gonna fuck me up. I'm getting my ass as far away from that as I can get.
You just swap it out with a picnic basket.
I'm
It
not-
should be good.
I'm not gonna try to go pick that thing up. But imagine, when a grizzly gets full grown, you can ride on its back.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
they're fucking huge,
I know.
and they can run like 40 miles an hour.
So you're not outrunning one.
No,
Which reminds me, Cocaine Bear. It's on Peacock. I think it's on
yeah,
Peacock.
it's on Peacock. I almost watched it last night. I tried to pull it up on the Fire Stick stuff.
Yeah.
And it wasn't trying to load any of the fucking streams.
I might need
Somewhere,
to actually
yeah.
watch that.
I just watched Air last night on Prime.
Yeah.
About like Nike's basketball division start of like when
Yeah.
they signed Michael Jordan. It's a really good fucking movie.
I've seen a lot. I know a lot of the story. You might not know this about me, but I do like Jordans.
I figured you would have already watched it.
No, I haven't watched it.
Well,
I was really
not even
excited about it
not
coming
even a
out.
fan.
My feet would say something different.
I don't think your feet can talk.
Well, if they could, that's why I said I think my feet would say something different. I didn't say they will say something different. But I am wearing a pair of Jordans that I had not worn yet today for the 1 year.
You want to show them the soul of it? I didn't know there was actually something on the soul of it.
I
Fucking
knew there
Dior's.
was. I knew there was. That's why I had no problem just showing the heel. And the other one has the Jordan logo.
Yeah, because before there's been a couple episodes that Mike's like trying to show the shoe, but it's just
The angle
only
is bad.
yeah, the angle's bad.
So
So
mostly it was
it's
just the-
only the bottom of the fucking shoe he's showing him.
Yeah. So this time I was ready.
That's great.
Your obsession with getting new shoes is finally paying off.
I've actually had these shoes for a long time. I just have never worn them.
I feel like it's every like couple of weeks. You're like, I got a new pair of shoes.
Well, it's because he has a fucking loot box thing with clothes, and he gets like 3 pairs of shoes a month and fucking 18 shirts. And
Damn.
Yeah, I do get a lot of clothes.
yeah, the subscription boxes.
Thread Beast. And Thread Beast, if you would like to sponsor us, I would appreciate that. I will open a box on our podcast.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about it. After we'll do like a podcast and we'll talk about what I talked about the ancient Egyptian tech or whatever, like how it's probably not science as we know science.
Yeah.
But something like that. After we'll do like certain podcasts and we bring up certain topics of whatever, I'll see, I know it's because your phone's fucking listen, but I'll see like Joe Rogan's podcast or like Theo Vaughn or like Bobby Lee and a couple other guys
Yeah.
of like almost the exact same conversation of a clip of them talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everyone's always sees things like that.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, I mean, we're on the right track, I guess.
Yeah. Talking about the things that people want to hear about.
Yeah, I'm still creeped out when like the advertisements pop up based on things I talk about near my phone.
Yeah. No, it's 100%.
Imagine being in a self-driving car and you're like, you say something about a burger, and next thing you know, your
It
car takes you to a
drives into
burger
fucking-
place.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had something like that on The Simpsons.
So it's a little more concerning when you think something and then an ad pops up or something. And you're like, I'm 99% sure I didn't fucking say this out loud.
Yeah, and you're just
wow.
psychic. You just knew it was coming.
I mean, that's a decent possibility too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm constantly between like, I think I want to get rid of all the Amazon Alexa shit in the house, but it's really convenient.
Yeah,
And I kind of want to do like the full automated everything.
that's what I want to do. I want to go that
But-
direction.
I really don't want to fucking have a non-stop recording in the house.
Plus, like, I know there's been several instances where, like, law enforcement has actually subpoenaed
Yeah,
to get the
100%.
recordings.
100%.
Yeah, like, I'm not saying you're gonna break the law, but be a bad time to find out.
Yeah.
If you are going to have conversations about crimes that you're going to be committing, don't do it near your Alexa.
Yeah.
Be smart. Do it like
Well, I
Tony.
mean,
Do it like Tony Soprano. Turn on the air conditioner. Go in the basement.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like the Amazon Sidewalk network
Yeah.
that I was talking about. So basically, it's a connected, like a conglomeration of all Amazon capable devices can communicate with each other and make this like network. So like because I have a Ring doorbell, which is Amazon, and then I have the Alexa. So those two, and then connect to like everything else. I think it's like 90% of the U.S. is covered by the Amazon Sidewalk network,
Oh, wow.
and that can actually get data and information from other devices based on their connectivity.
Wow. That's a little creepy.
Yeah,
I have Alexa on my phone.
yeah, exactly. So tell your Alexa to stop talking to my doorbell. I'd appreciate it.
Your doorbell has kind of a boring conversation. And
I don't know when it started that fucking leave a message shit, and that bothers me so much.
yeah,
Your doorbell asks people to leave a message.
Yeah,
when I ring the doorbell when I get here, it always
like,
says thank you for stopping by or some shit like that.
yeah, like I don't understand. I need to go in the remind me after we're done recording, because I need to go through the settings on the fucking Ring app and try to make that stop.
Yeah.
That or just find a way to change it to where it just tells people to fuck off.
That too.
I don't want to buy it. Go away.
Yeah. I haven't had anybody come up in a while. No, I did the other day when I was working on a car. He comes up selling security systems or something. And he's like, "Are you the last name of one of the roommates?" I'm like, "No." "Well, is he here?" I'm like,
No.
"No. It's not his house." "Oh, well, are you the boss then?" I'm like, "The boss." Like, "In charge?" "Yeah, sure." "Well, so and I'm like, "Not interested. Like, I'm renting." "Oh, well, there's some, like, I guess federal law now that says about a landlord can't stop you from getting a security system installed as a renter." I'm like, "Oh, one, I don't know that that's the case. If it is, good for him for using that as a very first." He's like, "So unless you're just not interested." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not interested."
I'm just not interested. Yeah.
He's like, "Okay, well, have a good day." Like, that could have been so much quicker of a conversation.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's,
But he's got to
Okay,
try.
bye.
He's
Yeah.
a salesman.
yeah, no, I get it.
I tried doing that door-to-door salesman thing once. God, that shit sucked. Fucking almost every place you go to is like, no, go away. I don't want to deal with you.
Yeah,
And then like the one guy is like leads you on for like 20 minutes. And
just to see how you talk about whatever, and then it's like, yeah, I wasn't gonna buy it the whole time.
yeah.
There was a time I used to read a magazine, and I was reading it at the library at the school I was going to at the time. And you know those little insert things pop out that you can subscribe to the magazine from.
Yeah,
So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe. Then I get home, I have the little card, I'm gonna fill it out and all that. Phone rings. And now there was no Alexa or anything like that at this time. Phone
That-
rings and
that
it's a
you know of.
telemarketer to sell me that magazine.
yeah, it didn't exist that you knew of.
Yeah. Well, I didn't talk about it or even mention to somebody I wanted to subscribe to it, but I ended up subscribing to it.
The library. The
The
library saw
library.
you tear the fucking little card out.
It fell out. I did not tear.
The library
I'm not
saw
a
you
vandal.
tear the fucking. Oh, I used to tear shit out of magazines all the time in the library.
Yeah, vandal.
Well, you know,
Citizen's arrest.
I could use a decent rest right now. I got up at fucking 1 a.m. and wasn't able to go back to sleep.
That sucks.
I woke up a lot earlier than I anticipated today. It wasn't as early as that, but
Yeah.
it was early.
So then, like, I got most of the shit I needed to do done today. I still need to mow the lawn, but it was fucking massively raining
Yeah.
right when Mike got here.
Yeah, it was raining a lot. So it's
Yeah.
probably grown quite a bit.
Yeah,
Well,
I wouldn't doubt it.
when I was pulling up, it was raining, and well, everyone figured they couldn't drive anymore. That's why
Yeah.
it showed up so late.
Yeah, it was coming down pretty hard. When I was when I was just around the corner, it was just sprinkling. And all I could think is, okay, everybody's going to hit the brakes because I see raindrops. You can
Yeah.
count them, but, you know, better stop.
Yeah, I was out front a little bit before you got here with Josh, and it was like super light sprinkles. And full dump.
Yeah. I'm glad it's not doing it now. At least I hope it's not.
That'll probably start again the way it's been going lately.
It really started to pick up as I was getting out of my car.
Josh texted me, "Don't forget to do the ring settings." That's the viewer is Josh. Hi, Josh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Josh.
There's a couple other things. Oh, talking about if you are gonna start doing like videos talking about like Pokemon or wrestling.
Yeah.
And maybe I start doing videos about like different car shit.
Yeah.
Of, I don't know, just like expand reach. I don't know if it's gonna be like all on the same page, or if we do like kind of spin-off pages of it and then aim back, because a lot of what I see of like the Basement Yard has, I think, 4 or 5 different accounts.
I don't even know anymore.
Like one for reels, one for the video podcasts, one for like just, I don't understand.
I know I haven't heard about it in a while, but they had the sports channel. Then there was the wrestling channel. Then there was a bunch of them.
Yeah. So I think it would be a decent idea to to have other accounts, kind of.
I would do Pokemon, but the thing is that when you do Pokemon, you kind of have to have game footage and be playing it all the time, walking around showing people what you're doing. Like that's what the Pokemon channels do. That is.
I mean, maybe.
That's what I mostly see them doing.
Well, you don't have to do what everybody else does.
Those are the ones that
Talk
are
ab-
successful.
Just talk about them all and shit.
Yeah, gotta catch them all.
Yeah.
Got.
How many are they up to on those, anyways?
I don't even know how many there are, to be honest. There's so many.
I thought you were a real fan.
I am. But they're coming out all the time.
Yeah.
Like last time I was aware of it, they were at like 7 something. But I wouldn't
Oh, they're
be
over 1,000
surprised.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm glad I stopped.
yeah. I think I stopped after their second set.
I stopped before the second season came out.
Oh no,
Well-
I'm at games like, cause what was it,
He's talking
Crystal or something
Pokemon
like
Go.
that? Oh yeah, I didn't really play that one.
I've got Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. I've got Shining Diamond. I've got Sword and Shield. I've got Arceus. I've got Scarlet. All from my Switch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
last Pokemon game I played, I could still play on the Game Boy.
Speaking of Switches, so the roommate just got a Switch. You got the Legend of Zelda edition.
Yeah.
That doesn't come with the fucking game.
Wow, that sucks.
It's a special edition console
That doesn't come with the. That's
based on a fucking game
and it doesn't.
that
come
doesn't
with,
come with the fucking game.
I would have thought at least come with a digital copy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's on Nintendo. That's fucked up.
Yeah, how do you do that? Like, I bought a Gears of War Zune.
Yeah.
That came with the Gears of War soundtrack. Like, I bought the Halo 3 Zune that came with the Halo 3 soundtrack. You buy the Advanced Warfare Xbox One X, comes with Advanced Warfare or Infinite Warfare, whatever fucking one it was.
When I bought a Gears of War Xbox, it came with Gears of War
Yeah.
and a special controller.
Yeah. You buy the Halo Xbox. I think it was the Halo Reach Xbox, the 360 Slim, came with the fucking game. Like every limited edition console that's based around a game that I've ever seen comes with
charge
the
it-
fucking game.
And they charged a lot for that system, for the Zelda system, what I heard. I just had the standard one.
I think
Even
he,
Mario Kart edition of Switch came out with Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I think he said it was like $10 cheaper for the Legend of Zelda one than the white one.
Oh, that's weird.
So I don't.
I have the OLED one.
It's an OLED.
Got the 2 different color Joy-Cons. I don't even use the Joy-Cons. I use the Pro controller. The Joy-Cons get a lot of stick shit, drift.
Oh, that's always fun. Josh will fix it for you.
I don't know. I'm still wishing Nintendo would come out with an actual console instead
Yeah,
of whatever the hell
Talk
the
about
Switch
this at
is.
work.
I know.
That's a console.
It's a console.
Doesn't count.
The PSP was a console. The Game Boy Advance is a console. They're handheld consoles.
I don't like it.
They're talking about actually a
Then
new.
put it on a dock at by your TV and use a controller like Mike does, and then it's a fucking console.
I did see something about a possible another PlayStation Portable. I don't know what's going to happen, but I heard something about it.
Didn't they fail like super bad with their last couple of them?
Yeah, the PS Vita was fucking trash.
Yeah,
The
like,
PlayStation Portable
really
did really
bad.
well.
Yeah,
But the Vita
PS
did not.
The PSP was pretty good.
Yeah, it had one of those. That
But-
was actually really fun.
The biggest downfall of that was they said, "Oh, we're gonna do our own fucking memory card shit." So they used like
Yeah.
the Sony Duo
Yeah.
memories, and nobody fucking had them. Nobody made them. So it was a Sony proprietary fucking memory thing that you had to spend shitloads of money on, and
If
then
you'd
it
had
still didn't have that
One
big
of their
capacity.
digital cameras, it would have used that, but like
Yeah,
it's like super specific to Sony only.
yeah,
and-
exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that would be one of the things if they come back out, because the discs were fucking weird. Like they were
Yeah.
case and closed discs.
Yeah.
Thing I thought was cool for a handheld though, Sega had one, Sega Nomad, and literally you'd put a Sega Genesis cartridge in it and play Sega Genesis games on the go
Oh, that's kind
in
of
a handheld.
'Cause
That I thought was cool.
I had the Sega Game Gear they looked like
I know what you're talking
Game
about.
Boy, Game Boy cartridges.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had one that.
Yeah, it was
They
called
ran
the
like
Sega
that.
Nomad.
Huh.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. I never had one, but I saw it. I tried one out one day.
Cool.
But I found out that there's a lot of Sega games that were out on the Genesis that I have available to me on the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
And I look through them and I'm like, I don't like any of these fucking games. I don't want to play any of them. Which, speaking of, they have a lot of the old Nintendo games. You can go on there and play them. Like one of them being GoldenEye.
Oh man, I think everyone played that one.
But I went to play it on there, and like the controls were shitty. I couldn't get it to aim. I had all sorts of problems with it.
Well, that's the
And-
thing is like that game never really had like a lot of aim in it.
But I mean, this was bad. Like you're using the sniper, and you got the crosshair, and you can't even get it on the person.
Yeah.
But then I downloaded on my Xbox because Microsoft owns Rare now.
Okay.
Plays so much better. So much better on the Xbox.
I didn't
than
know they had it on Xbox.
Yeah, they have it on the Game Pass.
Huh.
And it doesn't
Did like Xbox just like go through and like refurbish it a little so that it would run right?
I don't know what they did, but yeah, it runs a lot better than it did on my Switch.
Yeah.
But you can get a lot of the old Rare games. Like you can get Conker's Bad Fur Day and a bunch of other stuff.
What?
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Why would that be a game that people would know?
Well, back when it came out on Nintendo, people knew it because it was an adult game about a squirrel that wakes up hungover and has to go sort its day out, basically.
That's sort of like you went from GoldenEye.
Well, because
to
it's the
here's
same
a good-
company.
Here's a good example of other games that you can have, and here's one that's like
Well, I'm saying from Rare.
3 people now.
Oh, there's one of the three.
4.
Maybe upwards
Whoever
of 5.
that guy on there
They
is
actually made-
watching knows now.
They made, yeah, Josh knows about it now. But no, they made a first one and a second one. There was Conquer and Conquer 2.
I might have to look it up just to see the fucking picture of the.
That's a squirrel.
I would have imagined that, but
Yeah. And he's having a bad day. Just completely hungover. Out drinking with the boys.
huh?
Girlfriend mad at him. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it was not rated everyone.
Yeah. Josh, click like.
Please.
God damn it.
We have an
Yeah,
excellent
so
connection.
he's really hanging in there, but he just didn't click that button, did he?
Yeah, not yet.
He's like,
um,
no, I don't really like it, so I'm not gonna.
But we're just over an hour, so I don't know if we can keep going on it. It don't matter. We can do a long one this week.
Well, speaking of adult games, have you heard of Leisure Suit Larry?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fucking not Conkers.
I know. I'm just saying if you heard of it. Just because you haven't heard of Conker's Bad Fur Day. I think it came out on the Nintendo 64.
I had one of those.
Yeah, well, you didn't get enough Rare games. I mean, Rare the company, Rare Software, not Rare as in not
Rare-
known.
Yeah, Rare is in the ET games that they fucking threw up. Thanks for liking it, Josh.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I actually had played a little of the ET game on a demo thing. Oh my God, was that trash? That was,
yeah,
you're walking along and fall into a hole.
yeah, and you die.
Wow.
Yeah, and you can't get out of the hole. You try to float out of it, you can't.
They had to buy back all of the fucking copies of ET.
It's
I
literally
think,
what
like, the
destroyed
Super
Atari.
Nintendo.
No,
Or
it was Atari.
Atari.
Yeah.
And they dug a hole in the desert and dumped all the fucking games in and buried it.
Yeah, there's actually
I think I heard them doing something like that with Fallout 76, like because they printed or made the discs and stuff, but they ended up just taking them to a landfill somewhere because no one was buying them after they crashed the game.
there's
so
some people
bad.
on YouTube. They went out to try to find the dump where all of the
All the
ET games went.
Yeah.
I think they actually found some.
Because
Nice.
they're pricey now because there's fucking none left.
But they're garbage. They're trash.
Oh,
They belong in a landfill
yeah.
or recycled something.
Yeah, for sure.
walking around trying to find candy, fall into a hole and you can't get out. Oh, this is fun. You've got government agents trying to find you. Yeah, it was horrible.
I found the
You found the hole.
the fill hole. Wish Scott would have come so I could just hit him over the head with this.
That would have made for some good viewing. Then we could have gotten the pay-per-view money.
Yeah.
You get violence, you get some pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, though, I was watching something about the slap fights.
Yeah.
Apparently, I mean, it's been big in parts of Europe. It started shockingly in Russia, and apparently these two were having a slap fight, sanctioned, but they were slapping each other for a half hour.
Wow.
And this guy, his face ended up deformed.
No.
Yeah, his whole side of his face is like shifted. They showed a picture of him a couple weeks later, and it's still shifted.
Looks strokey.
Yeah. Another guy, there's a huge guy, gets slapped. He gets knocked out. Then you see him getting stretchered out. He's been in a coma since.
Damn.
Imagine being in a fucking coma because I'll go ahead and slap me.
The problem is that, like, if you watch someone like the ones where the people really get hurt, it's not like the palm hitting. You're getting
Yeah,
this
they
part
hit
and the
him, like,
wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're getting it over and over.
Apparently, I need to look these up because I think I've seen like one of them.
Oh, there's so many.
Oh,
We
the-
talked
the-
about it. They'll pop up.
The league.
Yeah. Like the only one I saw, there was like this kind of like mutant looking little guy. Like he bleached his hair, put like black contacts in,
Yeah.
And he's up against
he
this like,
just gets
giant.
fucking just bricked.
Yeah, like he gave it his best. It's just
Yeah,
you know,
the dude's face just moved like half an inch.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, you ready? And he just like, he goes stiff and just
yeah,
hits the floor.
I saw the one where the guy. A lot of the ones in Europe, a lot of them, they have people catch them,
Yeah.
so then they
Damn.
can get them right back up to get slapped again. Good
Well,
thinking.
A lot of them are getting shut down because of the fucking comas and like all the people that are getting like
Well,
permanently fucked up.
I don't know if you recall, but I was like, this is a bad idea. We talked about it
Yeah.
before. But I guess even the one that was on that had a TV show here, even the network's like, no, I don't think we're gonna go ahead and not do that anymore.
Yeah, because wasn't it Dana White
Yeah.
that was starting to do that? Yeah. Jesus
And that
Christ.
was not a good look because he got in trouble for slapping his wife in Mexico.
I
So
mean, that's maybe he's like, see, it's legal.
see, you can do it. I won. I just happened to win that time. Next time, maybe she'll win.
Yeah, no, we were pitching I was pitching this idea to her.
And she's like, "What do you mean slap?" So I had to show her. He's actually a pretty big guy. I wouldn't want to get slapped by Dana.
I don't know that I know how.
He used to go to the restaurant I worked at.
uh,
I used to see him there quite a bit. He had a American Express black card. People always like to wait on him. But no, he was pretty big. I mean, Tito Ortiz was in there once too, and I don't want to get slapped by him either.
I know the name. I can't
He was
see the face.
He was a champ. He was the what was it, Huntington Beach bad boy. He had the dyed blonde hair. He was badass. I was a big fan. I wanted to go over but I don't bother the people. They're in the restaurant.
Well, maybe you should
I just wanted to be like,
be annoying like fucking 90% of other people.
I just wanted to be like,
Oh my god!
I just wanted to be like, that was a great fight.
Just fucking selfie nonstop with them.
I did get a selfie with World's Most Dangerous Man, Ken Shamrock.
You said a couple words, and I don't know.
World's Most Dangerous Man,
Hmm?
Ken Shamrock. He was back in UFC back in the beginning, and one of the ABC News shows called him the most dangerous man in the world.
yeah. I feel like that's probably more likely to be like James Mattis or something like that.
But
James Mattis.
I was at some amateur.
General James Mattis of the United States Marine Corps.
I thought the last name sounded familiar. I don't know that I've ever heard his first
Yeah.
name with it.
But I was at a amateur MMA at the Mirage, and Ken Shamrock was there, so I got a picture with him.
Huh.
He was a badass. He was also a pro wrestler, so that was 2 reasons for me to cheer for him.
Was he in the shape of a shamrock?
No, no,
Did he have a shamrock on his shirt?
that's
On
just
his
his last name.
How are you going to have a last name Shamrock and not even be proud of it?
Well, maybe he should have wore a Shamrock as his ring attire to get out of the ring,
Exactly.
or have some kind of Shamrock related song.
Yeah, and I can see it better because it's on the screen. Josh texted and he was like, "Is this a faster message system than texting you?" Yeah, because I have my phone on silent.
Yeah.
He said the same thing. He was like, "It was a preview for Dana." There. Yeah, and because my phone's on silent.
Yeah, I was talking on New Year's Eve when he slapped her too. It was Mexico. It's not even illegal there. I mean, he's not a citizen, you know.
Yeah.
And if he would have done it in Canada, it could have been, you know, if he hurt her, they got the medicine there.
Canada's getting so much fucking worse.
Oh,
All the fucking rules that Trudeau's coming up with, like executive action kind of shit.
Yeah.
Of like, it's getting bad.
Yeah, I love that guy goes to like random countries and cosplays as whatever their national heritage is.
What?
Yeah, so like he went to like some country in Africa and he like actually had like outfits made of like their tribal dress.
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah. He's done it like a bunch of times. Yeah, it's just like wow.
as long as he doesn't mess with hockey, they'll be fine with him there.
Yeah.
He starts changing rules for hockey, and they're going to run him out of the country. Or pro wrestling, because they love pro wrestling in Canada too. Especially Bret Hart. The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be.
Those were words too.
That's his tagline.
I figured
Yeah.
it probably had to be that.
Excellence of execution.
Excellence is standard. Except when it's fucking not.
Yes.
Um,
Adequate is standard.
no. Mediocre is typically standard.
Okay.
As I keep all these fucking notes for next week because I still have a shitload of notes.
Mostly I just had the dad jokes.
I mean, we could do some now if you wanted.
It's already like hour 15
Oh,
with Buzzsprout. I think we're limited to what is it? 6 hours a month?
Yeah.
I mean, we could
Oh.
do like an hour and a half a week.
Yeah. We usually stay
Okay.
right around an hour.
Yeah.
yeah. I have no idea how any of your guys' stuff works. I was just enjoying bullshitting with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll see if fucking Scott actually knows what a fucking alarm clock is next week. Because I
Nah.
wouldn't mind having Scott on.
The thing is, you know, I mean, we bullshit, you know, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, but we also have to leave the table to go to work. Today, we can just bullshit and we don't have to worry about leaving
Yeah.
to get to work.
Trying to think of like how to break it open, just fucking like tear it over the table or something, and then we'll finish.
Do you have any explosives?
Well, yeah, I know that we can cut it. or
Oh, I
fucking
figured
grab
I'd hold the knife and you'd stab or swing it.
like a wishbone. I win.
Had the weakest part. I'm
Well,
still
you wanna
dis-
try it again.
I'm still disappointed there's no candy. I want candy.
There's a monster can.
I'm scared of monsters.
Okay.
I'm scared of monsters.
There we go.
End and start again. End and start again. Why? To do fucking next week's episode, but still live stream it now? No. Yeah, follow, like, subscribe. if you're watching this on YouTube, you know where the fuck it is. If you're not, it's youtube.com/@some offense intended.
Or just search for Some Offense Intended.
Yeah, it actually comes up really quick.
Yeah.
Um,
You can also Google us.
Facebook and Instagram @some offense intended. Twitter some offense pod. I should be installing Adobe Premiere Pro on my computer and making Josh do stuff. Josh edit videos.
So everyone
Um,
do what these guys are telling you to do.
Yes.
Yeah, and we'll see you next week. Might be 2 weeks. I don't remember. Because this one comes out
This one comes out next week
now, and then it'll drop next Monday on the
on
podcast
the
show.
audio. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we'll be back to the normal recording on Mondays. Okay.